Have you ever loved someone so deeply that you promised to protect them, no matter what? Have you ever made a vow that felt bigger than yourself, a vow you thought you could keep forever, only to realize that love sometimes tests promises in ways you could never imagine? If you've ever wondered whether love can survive when life pulls you in different directions, if you've ever asked yourself, would I choose love over duty or duty over love? This story is for you, because today I'm going to share a story that will challenge what you believe about loyalty, commitment, and the kind of love that demands everything from you. It all started in a courtroom. The air was tense. The sound of heels clicking on marble floors echoed like thunder. Lawyers in sharp suits moved like warriors preparing for battle. At the center of it all was Ethan Cruz, a young attorney who had built his entire life around one thing: justice. But for Ethan, law wasn't just a career, it was a promise. A promise he made to his father on his deathbed. "Son, promise me, you'll honor this family by defending the truth, no matter what it costs you." And Ethan kept that promise. Every case, every sleepless night, every victory and loss, he carried that vow like a badge of honor. Until her. Her name was Isabella Monteverde. She walked into Ethan's life like a storm, beautiful, powerful, and unpredictable. She wasn't a client. She wasn't a colleague. She was the daughter of the man Ethan had sworn to bring to justice. The case? A corporate scandal worth millions, a web of lies that ruined countless lives. And Ethan had the evidence to prove Isabella's father was guilty. But when Isabella showed up in his office, her voice trembling, tears streaming down her face, everything Ethan thought he knew about right and wrong began to blur. "Please," she whispered, her eyes locking on his, "you don't understand. My father, he's all I have. If you take him away, you'll destroy me too." Ethan swallowed hard. For the first time, the man who lived by logic, who believed in nothing but the law, felt something he couldn't explain. Compassion, attraction, love, maybe all of it, mixed into a chaos he couldn't control. Days turned into weeks. Court hearings, late-night document reviews, secret meetings in empty corridors. Ethan tried to keep his distance. He tried to remind himself of the promise he made. But every time he looked at Isabella, every time he saw the pain in her eyes, he felt his walls cracking. And then, it happened. One evening, after a brutal day in court, Ethan found Isabella sitting alone on the courthouse steps. Her mascara was smudged, her hair tangled from the wind, and for the first time she looked human, vulnerable. "Isabella," he said softly, sitting beside her, "you don't have to go through this alone." She turned to him, her voice breaking. "Don't you see? I already am." That night something changed. They talked for hours, not about the case, not about the law, but about life, about dreams, fears, regrets. And in that silence between words, something unspoken bloomed. But love born in shadows never stays hidden forever. Soon, whispers began. Colleagues noticing stolen glances, late-night messages, a spark Ethan couldn't hide. And then, the ultimate betrayal. A photograph, sent anonymously to the prosecution. Ethan and Isabella together. In an instant, everything Ethan built, his career, his reputation, his father's legacy was on the line. The Bar Association launched an investigation. His name splashed across headlines. Star attorney compromised, affair with defendant's daughter. Ethan stood in front of the mirror, staring at his reflection. For the first time, he didn't see the confident attorney everyone admired. He saw a man torn between two worlds, duty and desire. When the final hearing came, The courtroom was packed. Reporters, cameras, the weight of judgment pressing down on Ethan like a storm. And then, the twist no one saw coming. Isabella stood up, her voice steady, her hands shaking as she handed the judge a folder. "Your Honor," she said, "I have a confession." Gasps filled the room. Ethan's heart stopped. Inside that folder was every document Ethan had hidden, every piece of evidence that could save Isabella's father. She exposed everything. The judge's gavel slammed down. Guilty verdict. Isabella's father was sentenced. But why? Later, when the chaos settled, Ethan found her standing outside the courthouse, the wind whipping through her hair. "Why did you do that?" he demanded, his voice breaking. She smiled through her tears. "Because I couldn't let you destroy yourself for me. You kept your promise to your father, even if it broke mine to myself." And with that, she walked away. Years passed. Ethan rebuilt his life, but he never forgot her. Sometimes on quiet nights, he wondered, was that love real or just an illusion born of desperation? And then, one day, a letter arrived. No return address. Just 5 words in handwriting he knew. Real love isn't always about holding on. Sometimes it's about letting go, even when every piece of your heart wants to stay. We think love is about possession, about choosing someone over everything else. But the truth? Love is about respect, about sacrifice, about knowing when loving someone means setting them free. So if you've ever faced a choice between your dreams and your heart, remember this: the right person will never make you choose. And if they do, maybe they were never yours to begin with. Because real love doesn't chain you to promises, it frees you to keep them. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs hope today. And remember, love is not about breaking vows. It's about living a truth you can carry without regret.